Okay, hi, welcome to the South End Guide channel. It's me, Adam. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Go through my content. I've done loads of great stuff. It should keep you amused for a little while. Got loads more on the way. And so, moving on. This weekend just gone, we didn't actually do any recording for two reasons. One being that Ricky and Tracy are feeling a little bit under the weather. So I try not to go out and do recordings on my own, which is something other guys recommend as well, purely for your own safety. If not from when you're out late at night on your own with all sorts of equipment, obviously that costs money, so the last thing you want to do is be relieved of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you're going out on your own, it's not recommended, but bear that in mind. And also, doing this kind of thing can affect you emotionally, like cash as well, for example. Wouldn't recommend doing that on your own. So that's why we say, we try and get out with a couple of other people with you. And secondly, I did actually do a couple of extra shifts for the charity I work for. And that normally I do Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've got to myself under normal circumstances. As we already know, I'll be doing my DJ work Friday and Saturday nights. Obviously, that's temporarily sold, which is why I'm doing this. So yeah, I did Friday and Saturday, and because my work involves driving, I pretty much didn't want to do any more than I had to. So just put my feet up, a little bit of rest. I did, however, get out quickly Friday evening to scout around Shoebury Garrison to see where else I can film for the third and hopefully final instalment to that series. So stay tuned for that one. And then for the rest of the weekend, it was spent productively. I had some video editing to catch up on. Not just my own stuff, I had one or two bits for other people to do as well. So it was good to sort of catch up. I'm still a little bit behind with stuff, which hopefully I'm going to get up to date with this week. Fingers crossed. And I can also concentrate on other things I like to do. So, yeah, that being that. This week, Thursday night, we are at the Lobster Smack in Canvey. That was quite an interesting episode, so stay tuned for Thursday night, and that'll be your content. It was quite interesting, I should say. So, yeah, that's Thursday night's content. This weekend coming up, Saturday night, we are going back to the Battery at Tilbury East, and hopefully I found an easier way in than last time. If you remember, I kind of put my knee out thinking I was Indiana Jones, but this time it should be a bit easier. So yeah, Saturday night, Tilbury East Battery, we're going back to. And then on Sunday, it's a very special episode coming up on Sunday. I am going live on Facebook again. What I plan to do from the start of the new year is do a live episode once a month, just so you can see exactly what I see, minus any editing and that. I do try and keep my editing to a bare minimum because I like to keep it flowing and as natural as what you're seeing that I'm doing. So I try and keep as much as what I'm doing so you can see exactly what is going on. But yeah, so Sunday night is going to be a live episode, and we are going to Rettendon. Now, those of you that know your history of Essex know a very famous triple shooting happened on the 6th of December in 1995. So this Sunday will mark the 25th anniversary of that. Can you believe that? 25 years have gone by since Pat Tate, Tony Tucker, Craig Rolfe got shot dead in the Range Rover murder. That is where we're going. I can't guarantee I'll get anything. Again, obviously I have to say that because the area I'm going to, I've had a look around and no one's done any paranormal investigations there. So either there was nothing there or no one else has thought of it. So if you bear in mind, when I did Thought Bay, no one had done that. So I'm hoping I will be the first person to do a proper paranormal investigation of what went on there. Whether we can find out who actually done the killings, I don't know. As we all know, it is probably one of the biggest whodunits in the last 3 decades, because anyone with half a brain cell would know Jack Holmes and Mickey Steele were not the killers. You know, whether they knew who done it, that's another question. Mickey possibly does, but that's, you know, we can only circumspect on that note. But yeah, if you've followed the case at all, you know, and looked at what the evidence was used to send them down with, which was predominantly the witness statement of Darren Nichols, Supergrass, who was subsequently given a new identity, and no one knows where he is now. But he turned Supergrass and basically stitched up Mickey and Jack. And yeah, as I say, if you go through it, you'll see what I mean. If you're not too familiar with it and you want to go through the case, if you're interested, because it is compulsive, it is absolutely compulsive watching and listening and reading. If you go to this channel, I'm going to drop the link below. Crime Scene to Courtroom. The guy there is brilliant. He literally goes through it with a fine tooth comb. So you can be furnished with all the details, anything from, you know, the courtroom appearances to the media to all the statements and the ex-girlfriends and so on and so forth. He really goes in depth with it. So I've got a few ideas who it might have been, but as I said, it is a proper whodunit. So we'll see if we can try and solve that case. So stay tuned for that one. And on a last note, when I started this ghost hunting caper, the last thing I expected is for the property that I live in to actually have its own spirits. Now, if you've seen my previous vlogs and one or two of my intros, you probably would have noticed there's been a couple of orbs, a few orbs floating around in here. And I remember a conversation I had with the lady that lives upstairs, and she said she had a couple of odd experiences. Now, I managed to speak to her a couple of days ago and get a more in-depth information into it, and she's listed all the classic signs. You know, that she's got a little dog that sort of stares into certain areas if he's waiting for something to come in. She's heard footsteps up along the hall. Feels like someone's looking at time to time, and when she's sort of taking pictures where a little boy's in the picture, there's she herself has orbs. There's one or two other bits as well, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's going on. So at the moment, I'm trying to do a little investigation into this place and find out who might be haunting this place. It's nothing bad. I don't think it's anything negative, because you can generally pick up on that kind of thing. Yeah, she did say one or two odd smells, as have I, but it's nothing bad, if that makes sense. You know when there's a bad energy because of certain things, but we don't think it's anything like that. So we are looking into that, so stay tuned. I might run a little separate thing about that. We'll see what happens. So anyway, that's where we're at. This Thursday, we're at the Lobster Smack. That is my Thursday night episode. Saturday night, we are going to Tilbury East Battery to do a recording. And then Sunday night, we are going live on Facebook to do the Rettendon triple murder, the Range Rover shooting. So stay tuned. It's going to get exciting this week. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to sign off. All the best, everyone. We'll see you Thursday.